In this video, I will show how to use the new Chaos Cache to VAT tool to create Vertex animations from Chaos Destruction Cache. And we will be making something like this arrow here, which is a static mesh animated by the material. If you go to the wireframe mode, you can see that nothing is moving. It's just a static mesh. So let's get started. We will start from scratch, as I said. We will use this material. And I will delete this mesh. Okay, so we will first create the material for the mesh material instance. So here is the base material. This can be anything. Important that you have here this material attribute layers, like for the normal EVA pivot painter materials. Okay. So the first part will be really how to create the destruction and the chaos cache, and then the part 2 will be about the tool, and you can skip if you want to the part 2. Here I will create instance from here, this, and call it ME outside, because we will have two outside and inside material. And here I will create instance from this and call it inside. And so I will just like change the color. Outside will be like this, and inside, it was inside. Inside will be okay, green and maybe emissive, and outside will be red, pink, red. Okay, this is all not very important. Okay, now I will create this arrow mesh. It took the material from the other, but okay, here we will go here and say we want this material. Okay, this is done, and I will directly put it to 0 here. It will be important later. Now we have our mesh. We will rename it something like this, and we can we will first open it and add another material slot, which is now unuse it, and this one. So that's for the inside material. It will be assigned by the fracture mode later. And that's it. Now we will create the fracture. Go to the fracture mode and create a new geometry collection. And we will call it geometry collection arrow. And directly after that we will go and fracture it. So here it's important to choose the internal material correctly. Already chosen. Okay, inside, and we fractured. And we can see we created this fractured thing. Okay, this is done. Now we will create a static mesh from this. That will be mesh we will animate. So here in the utilities we have this tool to mesh. We basically uncheck everything except prompt for base name. Important that it will be the whole mesh and not one mesh per bone. So this is important. The rest. and we create the mesh, and we call it something like SM row fluctuate. Save, and we are finished here. So now we have our geometry collection. We remove the bond colors here, show bond colors, and now we can see it. And we have our fractured arrow put here, same thing. And we can see if we go into wireframe, it's you see there's all those fractured geometry already here. So now we will simulate the explosion. And we will go to the engine here and search for master. And you will see this blue thing, master field. That's the chaos field that will explode the arrow. So we'll put it here. Okay, that's all. Now if I simulate, it will explode like this. Okay, good. Now I need to record this simulation into cache. For this, I will choose the geometry collection. And again, it's super important for this step that it's at 0, because the cache will be recorded like in world space. So if your geometry collection is somewhere here, your cache will be also offset. So we'll put it to 0, 0, 0. And then we choose the geometry collection, and we go to actor, chaos, create cache manager. And cache manager, it's actually the recorder. And it will ask us for the cache collection to create. So that's the place, the asset which will hold the cache. But it's not very important. You can rename it, save it here. I'll just save it here because we will use it just for the recording. Now I have everything set. If I choose the cache manager, you can see it's in the cache mode. It's record, different mode, record and play. So now if I hit the simulate, it will record whatever happens. Stop. Now I can go to the play mode. And here, start time, I can start to play. I can see place the record. So far so good. So if we want, we can put it back to the record mode, because the tool will automatically switch into the play mode. So the tool will do, it will simply play the thing at specified frame rate and just record each position in the texture. And we will see that right now. So for use the tool, we go to the modeling mode, choose is Vertex Anim, and then you have our VAT painter tool and this tool, cache to VAT tool. And now it's gray because we don't have the correct things selected. So we have to select the cache manager, not the geometry collection, the cache manager, and the static mesh, fractured static mesh, those two things. And you see, you can use it. Now here, you can specify the frame rate. It's set to 30 by default. And you can specify the start and the end of the animation. And as you remember, it doesn't start at very beginning because it was configured like this. So it starts about at 0.9. And this is it. And those two textures it will produce, if you keep it blank, it will just create new textures. Or you can put here existence textures and it will override them. Okay. And that's actually it. That part is really simple. You click accept and you have two textures created for you. And now we will take our static mesh here. We have on the static mesh two materials. So as you remember, the inside is the child of the outside in our setup, but this is made to avoid to specify things twice. We just specify everything here. So we open this and we go to layer parameters, and here we have to put the correct layer, which is call it cache VAT. Okay. Now they don't have the correct textures. So here I go to the texture parameters value and put those two. And here we go. Well, this one is completely broken just because, as you can see, because it doesn't have the correct UVs. Because not only we generated textures, but for this mesh we also created the new UV channel. And at this moment it always writes to UV channel 1, and this will be improved in the future versions. So here, to avoid this mess, we will just go to the geometry collection here, find the material and put something else. Okay, and that's how you use the tool. Now if you want like record another animation with the same thing, you can choose this, choose again cache manager, open this, and no, sorry, cancel. First you have to record something new. So I choose the master field, for example, I put it here, and then I check that my cache manager is set on record, then I play it like this, stop, and then I can choose the cache manager, the static mesh, go here, choose again something like that, and create new textures. I have those new textures created. So if I go again in the material instance, I can create a new material instance, or here. Oh, sorry, it's not the right one. That's the right one. And here now I have this new animation. As you know, you can just change the bounds of this thing. To avoid those. Or you can maybe for those kind of effects, explosions, you will prefer to disable shadows altogether. So that's it for the moment, and I hope to have some feedback from you. Thank you for watching.